Hello, everyone. This is Lisa with Inspired Heart Intuitive. Here, this channel, I got to figure out how I'm going to do the introduction from now, right? So this channel is to help you live a spirit-led, whole, peaceful, prosperous life. That sounds like whole and healed, peaceful and prosperous life. I get that down. So I totally jumped on really quick to just chat with folks and see and celebrate 100. Hey, so thank you so much. Hey, Lolly. What I wanted to do was just, hopefully meet some of you guys and a few cards, have a little convo and cards. I'm super excited because I think I mentioned I have this like new deck and I wanted to like use this Arcanum deck. It's just wonderful. It's a Thelema deck as well. But I am so honored and just blessed that, so many people are finding this channel and allowing me to help them and allowing spirit to come through me and help, hopefully their lives a little bit. I started this channel back in late February or March, I think. I just started, and I really didn't even start doing readings until like March-ish. And I wasn't quite sure what going to be. I just knew I wanted to help people. That's all I knew. And I'm so happy that I've just been able to, it just brings me so much joy. And then as this grows, we're going to grow more. Yeah, Lolly, it's crazy. Like, I must have hit 100 overnight, like, but I don't know, during the week, early time, no, midweek, I hit 100. And all of a sudden, it's just like, now we're at like 120. And I'm so, it's just like overwhelming. I'm like, wow, but I'm really looking forward to where this is going to go because I really want this channel to be honestly about spiritual upliftment and empowerment, and fellow light workers learn how to not only utilize their gifts, but help fellow light workers by just sharing my heart and sharing experiences, my journey, being very transparent with that, helping others grow to this point of walking in a fullness of who we are and a more fullness of our divinity and a more fullness of our power, because it is so important for us as light workers right now to get out of our own headspace and kind of out of the darkness, come out of the closet, so to speak, and take our place in helping this earth forward into the next spiritual realm, into the next spiritual level. And it's very close to do that, for us to do it for ourselves so we can help the earth along. It's not as if there's workers. Could be, but I don't know. Perhaps, since there's billions of people on the earth, But I do believe that the tribe is coming together. And the tribe is coalescing, and we're all like pairing up, right? So it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, okay. So been on for a little bit here. So this is what I'm going to do, because as you can see, oh, there you are. You're still there. Yes, the voice draw the vibe. And light calls unto light. So one thing that a few of us had gathered together yesterday and last night, we're talking about was how, our responsibility as workers is not to run around like, I gotta fix you, and like browbeat people into allowing them, trying to basically twist their arms and force them to come to the light, right? To come to a place of healing and wholeness. What we do is we are just to set, like the Bible says, set your light on top of the hill, right? And don't cover it up. Uncover it, let it just shine like it's going to shine. It's going to do, right? Let it draw. Be the essence of just being a human being and not a human doing. We have a temporal body that our eternal spirit is living in. We've come to this earth at this time in this body for a reason and a purpose. That was a choice. So we have to learn, to accept the fact that we chose it. Now, if you take learnability to that, that's a little on the crazy side, because then you're just like, holy cats, right? Like, why the heck would I choose the childhood that I chose, the adolescence that I chose, or adulthood that I chose? But it was all for a purpose and a reason, to learn and to grow and to heal. So we chose this. And in choosing this, there is a further purpose that we're to fulfill. We have the opportunity, though, as eternal beings, to either not do it on this go around, or to learn and do what we're supposed to do now and get up to whatever level and destiny that we are called to do. Believe that those of us that are enlightened and open to it right here, right now, there's this huge change, right, in Earth that's happening. Oh, your connection's in and out. Okay, dear. You know what? I want to pull one of my goddess cards for you, if you don't mind. I just felt led to do that. And then I was wondering if you were at work, because I was so going to call you. I might still call you because I'm in a hotel room for work. Remember, guys, I said I was going to away from my house for the week. But anyway, so the earth is going through such a change, spiritual change. And you should. Understood, Lolly. Right now, that and there's this mass birthing process. It's been happening. It's been building and building and building, and now it's like, we're at like 8.5, 9, if you will. Those of you who have had children will know what I'm talking about. And there's a push. It's almost time to push, and so the pain, contractions are harder, and the pains are just, becoming more painful and faster and more intense. And that's why I firmly believe why, as light workers, there are so many of us that are being activated. New ones who had no idea about anything on the spiritual level are being activated and enlightened. And there are coming enlightened that aren't necessarily light workers. So we have to also pay attention to that. Not everyone that is enlightened is a light worker. And I need to let you sit with that for a minute. It is all of our duty, those that are in a spread, exude, resonate at that level. But I have a differentiation, and it's my humble opinion, take it for what it's worth. There's a differentiation in my mind between a light worker and an enlightened human being, an enlightened spirit that is walking in a more highly resonated state. A light worker, there are certain, we have a calling to literally to do work, right? To go in and in the spirit realm, help processes along, help bring a greater light and a greater raise the vibration of the entire, raise the vibration of the earth. Not everyone's going to become enlightened. We have to raise the vibration of the earth as we raise our vibrations. So then it just kind of raises the entire collective, the entire human collective. Each of us as light workers also have different gifts. A lot of them cross paths. A lot of them, they all coexist in mind. But we each have different different callings, if you will, or could be very similar. Some are called to move. In the Bible, it would say move mountains. So literally, in the mountain symbolizing entities, principalities, things of that nature. Some of us are called to that kind of warring level, but there are different levels to which we are called. But so not everyone is going to be a teacher, right? Not everyone can be a teacher. Not everyone. So, PSA here from my friend Lolly. I have to pronounce her name. I don't know if you can see that, Lolly. Una. Let me look. And it says, easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Like a soul cartographer. Oh my gosh. That's so deep. That's so, yes. I receive that. I see that. I totally agree with that. Let me see, to pronounce her name. Mapping route. You're really good at Una. That's how you pronounce it. Okay, Una is, I don't know, do you have these cards here? Una, Celtic goddess, married to Finnabar, the leader of the Irish. Oh, you do? Okay, I'll just read it. Okay, so here's the message, dear. Nurturing a cause or a relationship is a long-term commitment and one that cannot be rushed. This level of devotion comes from a place of loving concern. Oh, okay. Do you not want me to read it? I think someone else might get blessed by it. I care what happens to my planet and to my loved ones, that I'm willing to stick with them through thick and thin. This isn't always easy, but to me, it's the only way to ensure that matters are resolved and healed. I listen to the stirrings of my heart. I reach out and take action to let my loved ones know that I deeply care about them. I take action to spur on my pet causes. Never mind whether you will benefit by carrying through with your priorities. You'll feel so good about yourself if you make time for the relationships and projects that count in your heart. Do what's important to you, dear Lolly, and do it with absolute devotion. But remember that there's no competition for your true life's purpose. So there's no need to worry, hurry, or feel that you have to force things to happen. Oh, I love that. Love, 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 love. Yes, easy does it, my friend. Easy does it. So back, concept of light workers in different positions within this group. And it's not that anyone is higher than another. We all rule, and we all have to work together in concert. And there will be smaller tribes and groups that are brought together, and then there'll be more global ones that are brought, and smaller collectives and global collectives. And so the motivation behind doing this, even starting this change just a couple of months ago, was really to help to start to collect the tribe, to gather the tribe, to send up the send up the flare, right? Put out the smoke signals, light the fire, and say, hey, here we are. Let's gather together and let's work together. And I will do my part to help uplift. Competition for me is outside of the tribe. I know. But that's probably even the worst competition is the ones that are outside of the tribe. They're not having your best interest at heart, love. But you already know that. So anyway, so as a which is what I was in the charismatic Christian church, and I do believe what I'm going to do maybe a little bit later tonight. I might take a break from this and talk about a little bit about the Christian church, and how the charismatic church and spirituality in its current spiritualism, if you will, how similar we are, because I don't think a lot of people know that. I don't think a lot of people understand that. I'm finding that. I could be wrong. So anyways, I started this to teach. And I started this I said, well, what's the best way to reach people? Well, I've come to enjoy tarot. I'm reading tarot that long, maybe a few months, honestly. Operated in the prophetic before then in the church without any additional aids or assistance. But I do enjoy tarot. I do think it gives me some enlightenment, and it tunes me into a specific message a little bit. And I think a lot of people resonate with it, right? But certainly the intuitive side of me can give you a message and let it run. But also I knew that I would need to, and my higher calling is to teach. To teach, the young empaths how to operate in their gifts. Oh, my darn thing is wet. To teach the young intuitive how to operate. To teach ones that are called to a level of service. How does one go and begin to take down the principalities that are operating over that city? How does one know that's what one's supposed to do? How does one supposed to go to an area and help free souls that have not yet been able to be released, have not found their way to the other? How does one know that? How does one know if one is called to hold meetings, group meetings in their area, and to be a channel and allow themselves to be a Reiki practitioner? Or how does that all work? All these things. And how does one, like from the charismatic church, now take all of that teaching and knowledge and translate it into this different language, but it's really the same. Find a good map maker and plan an escape route. Yeah, I need you to do that. I need to, Mr. Wizard, I need an exit. Like in the Matrix, right? But I wanted to have a channel where I could then transcend into that as well. So the direction that this channel is going to go is I am going to continue to talk about some things about these various topics, right? Specifically the empath, specifically empaths and narcissists, because that is, there is just a greater awareness of narcissists. And they're really kind of the vampires that are coming into the light right now. And so we need to know how to deal with that, but also understand the lessons that the narcissist teaches us as empaths and intuitives. And then we'll also talk a little bit about, the church, what it means to be a charismatic Christian, because I'm sure a lot of you don't maybe know. And then how that relates and interrelates, how other religions interrelate with spiritualism. And at some point, in the very near future, though I do have another channel that I started, not put any content up there, and that's Heart of Inspiration. That is going to be kind of the teaching channel. So I'll put a little information here, and I'll start holding classes, if you will, there. Free content as well as other that we can all begin to learn together, kind of like a Professor X, right? So I'm gathering the X-Men together and, getting all the Avengers together. I wish Justice League was better because that's my favorite, actually. Wonder Woman favorite. But beyond that, and Storm, because I would love to be able to just strike some people with lightning every now and again. Anyway, that's kind of where this is going to go. And I definitely want to keep doing some, group tarot readings. Some wow, sis, intimacy issues. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot there. I'm gonna start calling you Rogue. There, sis. Wow. Yeah, I knew you meant. I got you. But that's the direction that, and with energy healing and sending distance energy healing, distance Reiki and those things, that's kind of the overall that I want to share with everyone. So at least that's very true. Sometimes I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I actually do feel like Wonder Woman, in the sense of being a eternal being that never makes good connections. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway, so long story short, Lolly, I'm gonna call you in a second, babe. Long story short, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to kind of give that information out here. And what I'd like to hear from you guys, those of you that do end up watching this, and from you, what topics you would like me to do lives on, what nights would be good for us to do lives together, live readings. What would you like to see? Okay, I really, really want to know. And I will come up with other ways to, people that want to support the channel but maybe don't want a reading. I will come up with that as well for you guys. I do have methods for that. I just haven't put it out. Like, I do what I do because I want to bless people, as we all do. But I don't mean to sound any haughty or anything like that. That some people want to be able to, they want to be able to support the channel, and I appreciate it. So with that being said, we were here 22 and a half minutes. Thank you, those of you that have tuned in, and I might not have seen that you're there. I really appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe to the channel. We're going to do another segment of an Evening Enlightenment, probably a little, and touch base on whatever topic it is that comes to mind. But until then, I'm incredibly honored and incredibly blessed. And I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you so much. Peace, blessing, love, and light be yours today, tomorrow, and for eternity. Namaste, my friends.